Welcome back to Evening News. People of the country will no longer fall into a Awami League's trap over the election, said BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir today while criticizing the search committee. The government has destroyed the democracy and the election system, and the search committee is an extreme deception with people. Fakhrul came up with the remarks while criticizing the current search committee during his speech at a program at the BNP chairperson's Gulshan office this noon. Like the previous election commissioners, they formed the EC in the same way to keep their power, said the BNP leader.
আমরা সার্চ কমিটিতে নাম দেইনি কেন? এটা তো আপনার মানে ফার্স্ট শুধু না, এটা একটা আপনার জনগণের সঙ্গে চরম প্রতারণা। আমরা বিগত নির্বাচনগুলোতেও দেখেছি একইভাবে, যে তারা তাদের ক্ষমতাকে রাখার জন্য তাদের সমস্ত লোকজন দিয়ে তারা তৈরি করে এই ইলেকশন কমিশন, তাই দিয়ে তারা নির্বাচন করে ওইটাই বলে যে আমরা তো জিতে গেছি। এই দেশের জনগণ আর সেই ফাঁদে পা দেবে না। এই দেশের জনগণ গণতন্ত্রকে ধ্বংস করবার আওয়ামী লীগের যত পরিকল্পনা আছে সবকে তারা ধ্বংস করে দেবে।
Education Minister Dr. Deepu Moni has said BNP would participate in the process to form new election commission if the party becomes a political party indeed. She came up with the remarks after unveiling the foundation stone of Chakpur Technical School and College's academic building in the morning.
বিএনপির কাছে একমাত্র একটা নির্বাচনই গ্রহণযোগ্য, যেটাতে তাকে জয়ী ঘোষণা করা হবে। এটা তো গণতন্ত্র হতে পারে না। আজকে স্বচ্ছতার সঙ্গে সবার সামনে, সারা জাতির সামনে যা কিছু ঘটছে, এই সময়টিতে যদি এটি সত্যি একটি রাজনৈতিক দল হতো, তাহলে বিএনপির উচিত ছিল এই প্রক্রিয়াতে সম্পৃক্ত হয়ে সেখানে অংশগ্রহণ করা। আবার তারা বলছেন যে তারা কোনো নাম দিচ্ছেন না, কিন্তু এই বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তিদের তালিকায় এমন বহু মানুষ আছেন যারা সরাসরি এই দলটির সঙ্গে উপদেষ্টা হিসেবে বা নানানভাবে তারা জড়িত।
Bangladesh has registered 2,500 new COVID cases, the lowest in a day since 11 January. As many as 27,000 samples were tested across the country for a positivity rate of 9.31%. The country also recorded 24 deaths from the coronavirus in a day, taking the total toll from the disease to 28,931. The latest figures put the recovery rate at 90.08% and the mortality rate at 1.50%. All primary schools in Bangladesh will resume in-person classes from 1st March, informed the Ministry of Primary and Mass Education. An official notice would be published in this regard soon, said Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Primary and Mass Education to the media. It was known that the decision was taken on Thursday night due to the declining trend of COVID infections. Yesterday, Education Minister Deepu Moni announced that all educational institutions except primary schools will be able to resume in-person classes from fully vaccinated students from Tuesday. A clash on the Kumilla-Sylhet highway between a truck and a CNG-run auto rickshaw has claimed 6 lives, leaving 2 more wounded. Police said the accident took place in the Tutabagan area of Burichong Upazila at about 7 a.m. today. The victims were auto rickshaw driver Julhaz Mia and passengers Johirul Islam, Jalal and Saiful Islam. Another deceased is yet to be identified. Police said a speedy truck hit a Kumilla-bound CNG-run auto rickshaw in the area, leaving the 5 dead on the spot and another dead in the hospital. A local Awami League leader was shot dead and 4 others were injured after miscreants opened fire on them in Kushtia's Bharamara this morning. The deceased was Siddiq Rahman, General Secretary of Awami League Ward 3 of Chatgram Union. The incident took place at Charpara village of Chatgram Union in the morning when Siddiq was working with his men in a field. Now, international news. A court in India has sentenced 38 people to death for their role in a series of bomb blasts in 2008 in the western state of Gujarat. 57 people were killed and hundreds injured in the bombings which took place in Ahmedabad. The court in Ahmedabad also sentenced 11 other convicts to life in prison until death. The accused can challenge their sentences in a higher court. On 26 July 2008, around 20 bombs exploded in the space of an hour across residential areas, marketplaces, public transport and hospitals in Ahmedabad. Several unexploded bombs were also found. The Indian Mujahideen had claimed responsibility for the attacks. In the Ahmedabad blast, 78 people had faced trial. One of the accused, Ayat Syed, later helped investigating agencies. The remaining 28 have been acquitted. Ukrainian security services carried out checks at mobile checkpoints near the city of Kharkiv amid reports of renewed fighting in the country's east. Local security service chief said there were over 13,000 Russian troops stationed across the border from Kharkiv. Fears of a new war in Europe have resurged as US President Joe Biden warned that Russia could invade Ukraine within days, and violence spiked in a long-running standoff in eastern Ukraine that some fear could be the spark for a wider conflict. Waves lashed England's southwestern tip on Thursday as meteorologists warned that northern Europe could be battered by a series of storms over the coming days. The storm, known as Eunice in Britain and Janeb in Germany, is predicted to hit northern Europe today. Britain's weather agency issued the highest level of alert, warning of flying debris resulting in danger to life. It said roofs could be blown off buildings as Eunice is expected to produce winds of up to 150 km per hour on the coast and 130 km inland. The country's environment agency issued a warning of potential flooding from high waves and storm surges. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. People won't fall into trap of search committee, Pokrul. BNP advisors in list, claims Dipumoni. Primary schools to resume in-person classes from 1st March as COVID positivity rate falls below 10%. Death sentence to 38 out of 49 convicts in 2008 Ahmedabad serial blast. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shonda Khabur, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.